Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Amin Benja's Tarot Card reading. I just gave him a treat and he's enjoying it, in case you're wondering. Benja does get, what is it called? Reimbursed, rewarded for his participation in these tarot card readings and drawings on video. Anyway, how's it going? Oops, you can't even see which one we're doing today. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it happens to be, when you're watching this video, it is around 11 a.m. here in San Antonio, Texas. This Friday, I don't know where to put this. I'm just going to put it over here because it's just kind of looks better over there. You may need to zoom in if you can do that. But welcome. Hope you had a good week. Happy Friday. You're ready for the weekend. Any new plans? I've been doing my tarot card videos on Friday because I was hoping it would help me stay focused in my little research and studies into currently the Texas statutes. But I've been kind of switching my tarot card video and my weekly chit chats, weekly tarot and weekly chit chat days, just to see if I progress any on my studies and research. So, I would, if this was kind of like a normal situation, I'd be like, well, what do y'all like better? Do y'all like it as Fridays or Sundays? Or maybe a different day? But anyway, just switching it out to the Fridays and the Sundays, I think is what I'm doing with the tarot card video and the a morning chit chat, which is usually political. So anyway, welcome. Political and personal, and on that note, as far as this is a tarot card reading, and I say also like makeup and stuff, just kind of this kind of creativity kind of situation. Pecho, what are you doing? Anyway, I wish I could see Evangel's reaction when I'm talking to him, because I think it would make it a little bit funnier, just so you can kind of see what it is I'm like talking to him about. But anyway, with that being said, what do you think about makeup? I've been absolutely obsessed with like not having eyebrows. I almost thought about shaving them, my eyebrows, and then I said, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. Shave them. Well, why not wax them? Well, why not do all this stuff, right? Get my nails done and all that. So I just figured just gonna leave my eyebrows, but I'm just really obsessed with this. Like I went a couple years with like doing crazy eyebrows, right? And then now I'm just obsessed with not having any. And this is as close as I can get to it. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I should get a different a shade of pencil. The pencil that I have is Jones Road. My sister's a hand-me-down. My sister Kimmy's hand-me-downs makeup, which is basically all my makeup for the most part. And she has a light peach pencil, and I think it's for your under eyes, but I never really use it for that. So I use it for my to line up my eyebrows to make it look like I don't have any. It may be a shade or two too light, but I think that's kind of the look. It looks kind of funny because my forehead gets a lot darker, tans a lot darker than the rest of my face, but that's okay. I emphasized and highlighted it today. I have a sunburnt look today, in case you didn't know. But yeah, usually I like to change up my makeup looks for these tarot card readings and drawings. So, but like I said, I'm obsessed with this not having eyebrows. Doing the best I can to kind of eliminate this brow here without actually shaving or waxing my brows or threading them or whatever. So anyway, let me know if you like it, or let other people know if you like it, because I can't see the comments. But if you want to have your opinion about this no eyebrow look, specifically mine, because like I had mentioned, I use a very light peach pencil. I like the brand and all of that, nothing against it, but it's just kind of a lot lighter than maybe it could be or should be, but you know, like I said, I just kind of want to highlight the no brow situation. So feel free to, enter in your opinion about it. Maybe one day I'll actually be able to read the comments. My bedroom window out there, right there, with this natural light. Anyway, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're going to do the Dragon Tarot today. I'm going back and forth between this 7-card spread and this Crow Tarot body kind of situation. I like seeing the heart energy first, and then the past kind of like later. Let's assess who we are today, Friday, March, whatever, or whenever you're watching this video, right? And then proceed from there. So I think we're gonna do the Crow Tarot spread with this Dragon Tarot. Remember, he ate all his treats. And I'm almost done with my sketchbooks, so that's okay. One more sketch done. Okay. I don't have a candle going or anything like that, I hope that's okay. But I did find my smudge stick, the one that I put a feather on it. I did find it. It was underneath my bookshelf, which is primarily my sketchbook shelf. So, he has not taken his afternoon nap yet. Maybe he will. You ready to record for a video? Alright. Should we look at it? Okay. That should do it, right? Does that seem fair to everyone? Okay. Benji, you want a card? He said, yeah. Oh, he got the moon reversed. This is interesting. Here's the tarot card Puppy Banjo's card for y'all or your pets, whichever one he said. I like this card. This one's a very positive card in the Dragon Tarot. Upright, it usually denotes a period of rest, which I think is really interesting in the Dragon Tarot because it usually kind of doesn't really mean that in other tarot card decks. But here in this Dragon Tarot, it says this dragon has been traveling celestially and finally has landed for a place to rest after this long travel. Let me see what the reverse meaning is. Interplanetary flight. Sorry, not celestial. Interplanetary flight. Well, the reverse meaning is not so pleasant. This is interesting. Upright, it's completion, fulfillment, to the end of a major cycle. The world of dreams, I guess, to denote this kind of like lobster or shellfish. Kind of like the zodiac, the Cancer, the crab, that has a hard exoskeleton and yeah, hard exoskeleton, and I guess just the stuff inside. But reversed is holding back reality by living in a dream world. This is very interesting, Banjo. This is tarot card Puppy Banjo. I would say this a reverse card is Banjo is being very strict with us, y'all. He says you need to get your stuff together because usually Banjo's extremely empathetic with emotions and stuff like that. But right now, his card is you're being held. Something is holding you back, and a part of the reason is that you're ignoring reality. Very strict today, Banjo. Okay. Yeah, the shellfish kind of mean just you're very much like ego, like how your ego can be in the sense of your solar lunar self, right? And not necessarily like your attitude or anything, but just very like in tune with emotions and feelings and I guess the spirituality, I guess, in a way. Um, I don't know. I'm having a hard time explaining it. How I understand it is like here we are. I'm a Gemini. Usually it's the twins, and by the twins, usually like humans, but I prefer like snakes or something. But anyway, this shellfish kind of represent this your inner world and kind of your unconscious or subconscious. I guess more lunar than solar, but a lot of the times this like Cancer and Pisces and I forget the other water sign. Um, it is how you interact with your outside world. Benja's an Aquarius, which is technically an air sign, but he's very in tune with emotions. Why do you give us such tough cards today, Benja? You're supposed to have it upright. Here's a video. Here's a video. Why do you give us this tough card? Why do you give us this tough card? Okay. But yeah, this interplanetary travel and upright, usually a place for rest, is Maybe since we haven't so in the Dragon Tarot, right here, this Dragon Tarot, the Minor Arcana deck is there's not an upright meaning and reversed meaning. There's an upright meaning, and then the reversed is some sort of question about it. And the same kind of goes for this with the Major Arcana deck. It's there's a basic meaning, and then they have the creators have an upright meaning and reverse meaning. So this interplanetary travel, just kind of be like I don't know, what is it called? What, not projection, something else. I don't know. Too much interplanetary travel or too much rest maybe can be this reversed, and that might be something holding us back. This maybe we have it wrong. Maybe we're resting when we shouldn't be resting, and we're up and about and traveling when we shouldn't be, when we should be resting. How about you? Anyway, that's Benja's card, so I guess we can go ahead and get started with this reading. Potential spam on 210. Do not call me. How did you get through? Anyway. Good job, Benjo. A heart energy. 8 of Swords. I got this one this morning. A heart energy. 8 of Swords reversed. I forget what this is. I have to look it up. Frustration, the need for patience, can't see a way out of a problem. I would say this is not our permanent heart energy. This is our temporary heart energy. I try to have some patience with that one, but anyway, yeah, very interesting heart energy we have today. It's reversed, so I'm wondering how frustrating things are. So yeah, I guess let's just keep going. Our present as a platform for our future is the Hanging Dragon. This is really great. This is interesting. Our heart energy seems to be something that's taken a hold of our heart energy, some sort of a frustration kind of going on, but it's with the air element. And presently we have this Hanging Dragon. It would be great if this was our heart energy, upright and all of that. That's King Arthur's shield, in case you didn't know. But this tree is like fruits of knowledge type of tree, and this dragon is there just kind of hanging out and protecting it, and very kind of peaceful. The Hanged Dragon or the Hanged Man in other tarot card readings. I really like. I think it's at first, maybe if you're to look at things in a little bit more conventional way, you might not like the Hanged Man. Maybe if I were to see your perspective, I would maybe not like it either. But with that being said, as your tarot card reader, I actually do really like this, the Hanging Man or Hanged Dragon card. It's a lot about letting go and surrendering. Not surrendering as if like you're like a fighter and then you surrender your fight and you're not gonna fight anymore. You're just gonna just be subservient. This is about surrendering and not about subservience. This is about just kind of being in a state of absorption, maybe. And it can be quite difficult trying to find calmness and stillness in maybe a situation that you would find a hanged man or a hanged dragon in. I like this hanged dragon because it specifies this like tree of knowledge or fruit of knowledge. I'm gonna refer to the book again. This kind of like learning type situation. And the upright meaning is suspended activity or a period of delay. So this is really interesting, our heart energy. Now that I think about it, and everything that I just said is kind of like makes a sense as to why maybe these things aren't reversed. Why isn't the hanged dragon our heart energy and this Eight of Swords are present as a platform for the future placement? But yeah, it's the tree of life and the fruits of a knowledge. And here in the book, it says that these human remains. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of full right here in the corner. These human remains have not tasted this, have not succeeded in gaining the fruit of knowledge from this tree of life. And so, yeah, I really just like that card, and I think it's a good luck. So, whatever heart energy, this reversed Ace of Swords is frustration. Dare I say this? Hanged Dragon, right? Is in a period of absorption and stillness, and I guess a delay. um, but that's fine because presently we have like a really good opportunity, experience here with this Hang the Dragon card. So let's see what's up in this. Are we going to the back? The Ace of Cups reversed. This I think emotional fulfillment. A life is a celebration, I think, is the Nine of Cups. This is very interesting. Again, with the Dragon Tarot, emotional fulfillment, I think, for the Ace. Here it's upright. Just kind of pleasant art going on there. Anyway, I think it's emotional fulfillment, and as far as it being reversed, I think is very interesting. Again, it might have we have our two minor arcana deck cards here, and they're both a reverse with the Hanged Dragon. So as far as it being the negative or the opposite, I gotta go like this so I don't see the name outside. The negative or the opposite, I think this could be about a emotional fulfillment in healthy ways. Maybe if you have unhealthy environment, to be judged on your emotional fulfillment, it might look a little different than somebody who is in a healthy environment and has emotional fulfillment. It could also indicate just this I would say this is probably something helping us, considering it is the Ace. If it was a different card and it was kind of in reversed, I would maybe think it might be something holding us back. maybe contributing to why we're in this kind of hanged space here. But I would say that this reverse Ace of Cups is helping us. The Ace is the start, the beginning, the purity, this a simplest form of something that has the journey to go all the way to Queen and King potential. Um, So yeah, this emotional fulfillment, I would say, is something that's helping us because even though it is reversed, there's something that maybe we're looking towards. I guess, maybe know what is emotional fulfillment and what isn't, and because we know that, we might not be there yet. But this knowledge of this ace here, of this emotional fulfillment, I think would be something that's helping us. So let's see our hopes and fears. The Nine of Cups. This is a life is a celebration. A very positive card to get. I really like this card above this our heart energy. That's this reversed Eight of Swords of frustration. Um, so this is really great. We were kind of mixing uh, our air and water elements here, but I think that's fine. As maybe sometimes the drawback to when that happens is this kind of void and numbness, and maybe this Crow Tarot Four of Cups a situation, but it looks like that's not the case here. We have our emotions in our air element space and our intellect in our water and emotion space. And it seems to be working well and not really a bad strategy, especially considering our present type of situation we have going on here. Um, and whatever it is we have going on presently as a platform for the future, I would say that this emotional fulfillment, especially with this ace, is something that not all people can do, and it's not that it's their fault or anything like that, but it's just really helpful for this present card that we have here. So let's start grounding energy. The Justice reverse. This is very interesting. We keep getting this little symbol, this little triangle kind of prism symbol here. Here's the Justice card reversed again, reversed. Um, so this is very interesting. This is our grounding energy. I'm gonna have to read it and let y'all know what I think. Okay, so this dragon has a decision to make. Upright is balance, reversed is imbalance. Um, this feather represents truth, and this sun represents our consciousness or solar consciousness. What do you mean by that? You mean solar, lunar? Maybe. I do talk about that a lot. But here in this Dragon Tarot deck, they do talk about like the sun having a consciousness. Obviously, something only dragons can understand. So it may be solar consciousness, or it may be, I think maybe it's our solar consciousness. I don't know why it would be um, this, I guess maybe solar consciousness balances with this feather representing truth. So anyway, We have a bit of imbalance here, which I think is interesting. Um, and it just says imbalance, and not that anything is negative or wrong with that. Um, maybe there's some more truth than solar consciousness. I don't know. Maybe there's a less truth but more solar consciousness, and which is interesting considering this our present task, this kind of absorption of information and knowledge. So we have kind of a theme going on here. It's a very interesting theme. um, I don't want to say like secrets of the universe, but that is definitely the language that's being used um, for our tarot card reading this week or weekend or whatever. This kind of exploring the secrets of the universe, I guess, um, is the language we're using. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of justice here, which justice is good. And this justice card, a lot of the times I get justice and judgment in other tarot card decks confused. They're like, I kind of nitpick and I said, well, what is the difference? There's these two major arcana deck cards. They're basically like the same thing, or no? What's the difference? Um, but I think here in this Dragon Tarot deck, there's quite a difference um, between this Justice and Judgment card. I think this Justice card very much matches this um, pondering the universe type language we're using for our tarot card reading this week. Um, and whatever this imbalance is, I think it might be talking about this our air and water elements and how we're kind of using them in a different way. You can think things like, we have our water elements, our emotions, and stuff like that with water for a reason, and we have our intellect, logic, and reason with air for a reason. Um, but maybe also we have the ability to kind of use one for the other and for a reason. And I guess that's what we're figuring out today. Um, with our heart energy and our head energy and all of that. So let's do our past. Oh, we have a victory in our past, a successful attainment of goals, a fire element. So our spiritual action, travel, ideas, innovation in the past has been very successful. So that's great. Let's see our external openings or uninvited energy. The Page of Wands. This one's really interesting and very interesting upright. Y'all know me, I'm very hesitant about these pages. And sometimes I feel like I get tricked by them. Wait a minute, I don't like the pages, and that is probably why. But this page of wands specifically, I really like. It's first of all very pleasant, right? You get to be on the beach, got some palm trees and stuff. Well, not on the beach, but no water here, which is very interesting next to this Ace of Cups. I think it's like learning and traveling. And it is the fire element. So as far as what we have focused on today, we're using our air element to assess our emotions and feelings, and we're using our water element to assess our intellect and logic. I really am very hopeful and optimistic about this page of Wands, this learning and traveling. And as far as balance is concerned, we've got a fire right here at the ends of the crows, the wings. It seems kind of balanced to me, so there might be a reason why this, again, this Justice card is here. Yeah, our external opening, our uninvited energy is, I would say, very positive. I would say is something that you would want a page to be like, instead of my personal attitude towards the pages usually. Yeah. So let's do a future and outcome. Oh no. Page of Cups. New social contacts. With this water element, I guess we need to be a bit wary. There's might be this new social contacts that might be, again, we're kind of on this journey right here with being very successful in our past, so I'd be very wary of this, even though again it's upright, this Page of Cups in our future. I would say we have to be very wary of it, because there's a lot of like information heavy stuff, and not just information heavy but also emotion heavy. This reversed Ace of Cups and this Hanged Dragon and this body of this crow here, these three cards, might not be something that a new social contacts, especially with the cups and the water element, would be fit for. In this kind of a slow moving process, I think that might also be with the water element. Sometimes it takes time to process your emotions and stuff like that, but with this fire, I think what's kind of inherent in it is this quick spark of things, just kind of moving around, always on the go, not really just taking up time and others' time. So I would say we would be wary of our future and outcome, or the beak of the crow, which is this Page of Cups here. So our we have our communication, this beak, for the future. With this, unfortunately, with this Page of Cups, but I would say that's probably the worst card that we have here. We have a very positive spread, a very interesting spread. And I would say there's a difference between the head and the beak here. This Nine of Cups is very positive, and the celebration of life isn't really doesn't really go too well with this new social contacts. This might be two different situations going on. So anyway, that's it, this week's tarot card reading. I'll see y'all in part 2 for the drawing. I've been just sleeping in case you're wondering.